Okay, so we've reached the stage where we have all of our images already in our timeline down here at the bottom. We have all of our transitions in place. We have our photos in order. We've got a title track in, a title here, and one on the way out. So now, what we've done is, because we're acting in a huge class environment, we went outside to make narrations in quieter rooms one-on-one. So now I'm going to show you how to import that narration and then edit it so that the length of time in the segments or sections of narration match the images. What we want to have is the narrations be starting after the image begins and ending before it ends to give it a little bit of a pace. So I'm on a Mac, Command Tab, I'm going to bring open the Finder. We saved everything in Dropbox here, and there it is. There's my narration. I'm just going to click on it, drag it down to the bottom here. So now it's in. I drag it over to the beginning. Once I select it, it's yellow. Grab it by the top and bring it over. The quickest way to shorten it is you can grab an end here. You can just drag it over, and all those little mountains we see, those little hills, that's when I'm speaking. Let's see how well it matches so far. Go to the beginning and just hit the tab.
My name is Sean. I come from Canada.
Not too bad, but I'm going to move this over so it starts a little later, and it starts about there. Let's see that.
My name is Sean. I come from Canada.
However, it's not doing exactly what I said, so I'm going to select it one more time. If I do Command B, it'll cut it there, and then I can move it over a little bit, because what I had said was, we want it, click here, Command B again, we want the narration to be just slightly shorter than the image itself. So I'm going to drag that over here so it's attached to another one and it won't be moved. Now let's give it a go. The whole thing about editing is just make a change, make sure it's right. Make a change, make sure it's right.
My name is Sean. I come from Canada. I come from a part of Canada where most people speak English.
Now, that's where the English bit stopped, so I'm going to click on here. And now this is important. Even if it's selected, if I'm over here and I click here, it's not going to cut it. It's going to cut it wherever the actual line is. So, Command B. And this should be a little easier. Move this over. Lengthen this out so it's a little bit longer than that one. Now let's just start from here.
I come from a part of Canada where most people speak English. Canada is located on the continent of North America.
Now, you know what? I'm not going to cut it this time. I'm just going to drag this over because I can see where it starts and ends.
Continent of North America. Food is a very important part of any culture, and Canadians love poutine.
Click and drag that over. I don't like the way this is presenting, so I'm going to select it. And up here, I can change the way it presents. So it ends big there, but it starts here. I'd like it to start here. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Click this one here and reverse it. So now it looks like this.
Food is a very important part of any culture, and Canadians love poutine.
Make it a bit longer. And I'm actually going to cut this one because there's too much blank space there. Now I can just select this and without cutting, just drag it over. So it's on here. That looks too long. Select that one out. Let's see how that goes.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, now here's a problem in my recording. I need to correct that. Command B cuts that. Command X cuts it right out. Because I don't want that there at all. So I'm going to put it at the end over here. That's smaller because that's going to have to happen eventually. And let's put it here because it has to be attached to something. That's not really a problem. You can't have words not attached to an image. It's a movie after all.
All images, except for me, taken from Creative Commons licensed materials. Thanks for watching. Found on photosforclass.com.
Okay, now I hit M, which have the little purple thing here. I actually want it up here. That's a marker. So now I know where that was. To make this easier, I'm going to make this much longer so then I can just drag this over here where I'm going to want it anyway. And I think this is the spot here where I want the transition. I'm just going to drag this over here so it's longer and now we can have that attached. Now here, I'm going to put the marker in here. I'm going to I don't even have to cut it. I'm just going to stretch this out. Oh, the marker moved on me. Let's undo that. Command Z. And here I am going to cut it. Command B. And that way I'll know just where to stop this. That's about it. What's that say?
Found on photosforclass.com. Licensed material.
So that's even longer than I thought. Bring it over. We got some noise in the hallway here. Sorry about that. Drag this over here. And now we'll bring this one over here. And that'll be our fade out over here. I'm going to add, actually, you know what? I'm going to go fade to black. I don't have a final transition, I just noticed. So now we go.
Found on photosforclass.com.
In the next class, I will teach you how to add a background. So it sounds just a little friendlier and any little hiccups in your recording get covered over.